You're running for your life, literally, and you look over and you realize you're neck and neck looking into the eyes of a wild bull. Running of the bulls is a long-standing tradition and sport with historical and traditional significance. Based on my research from articles, books, and documentaries, I've gathered significant information about running of the bulls. Today, I will inform you on the history of the running of the bulls, the San Fermin Festival, the violence and injuries, survival skills on the streets of Pamplona, and the running of the news. Running of the bulls began back in the 13th century during the month of October, but has been happening annually since 1592. It now takes place in July because of the better weather conditions. According to Bornicol, running of the bulls is a demonstration of skills and bravery practiced in Spain. The tradition began because the bulls would be transported from the corrals to the bullring for the afternoon bullfight. People began to run alongside the bulls, and it started to become a popular practice. Thus, it became a Spanish tradition. Although the origin of running of the bulls began back in Spain, there are many other locations that hold this event today. In addition, there are also mock bull runs all over the world. People wear blow-up bull costumes and chase after people in the streets. Before the running of the bulls begins, barricades are lined up along the route to block off the streets and guide them, the bulls and participants. Before the run begins, the runners sing a benediction together 3 times. They sing to the saints hoping they will guide, protect, and bless them. The horn goes off, and fighting bulls are released onto the streets from the pens. Another horn goes off to inform the people the bulls are loose in the street. The bulls are running to the bullring that is half a mile away. The last horn goes off, informing everyone the bulls have entered the bullring and the event is completed. The participants must run in front of the bulls and try to avoid getting gored by the bull. The bulls start a large distance behind the people but catch up quickly. Runners look for places to jump over and spaces and gaps along the street they can slip through. Once the bulls reach the bullring, they are put in pens where they are kept until they are killed in the bullfight later that day. There are several rules for the bull run. People under the age of 18 years may not run. Runners can be drunk or on any drug. Carrying dangerous objects or weapons during the run is not allowed. Runners cannot run behind the bulls or backwards towards them. Holding, harassing, or mistreating the bulls is not allowed, and taking photographs while running is not allowed. During the San Fermin Festival in 2012, a man attempted to take a selfie during the running of the bulls. Police are still looking for this man. He could be fined up to 3,000 euros, which is $4,100. Now that we know about the history of running of the bulls, let us move on to the San Fermin Festival. For centuries, thousands of people gather on the streets of Pamplona, which is located in northern Spain, to watch participants be chased by bulls or be part of the rush of a lifetime. The fiesta first started in October to celebrate and honor San Fermin, who was the first bishop of Pamplona. It turned into a religious event honoring the saints with music, dancing, bull runs, and bullfights. Now the festival is more known as a mass gathering of people from all the corners of the world, and where the partying, the fun, and the joy of it all are the most outstanding ingredients. The Catholic Church believes the festival has now lost its focus on its religious purpose and has become a social gathering for people. The San Fermin Festival is the most famous and traditional running of the bulls festival. It is a festival that occurs in Pamplona, Spain every July 7 to July 14th. Everyone gathers at the street called Santo Domingo. That is where the starting line is located, and it ends in the bullring. Later that afternoon, the bulls are killed in a bullfight. Traditionally, a red scarf is to be worn throughout the duration of the festival. People shout, "Viva San Fermin! Gora San Fermin!" The red scarf also has a religious purpose. According to the priest of San Lorenzo Church in Pamplona, where the church service in honor of San Fermin is held, the red scarf is for religious ceremonies in honor of a saint. Furthermore, if the saint is a martyr and died for his beliefs, the priest dressed in red. Because San Fermin was a martyr, in his honor, the people wear the red scarf. Now that we understand the San Fermin Festival, let us move on to the violence and injuries that occur during the festival. Thousands have been injured during the running of the bulls, often falling or pushed to the ground by other runners or by the bull. From the documentary, Bull Runners of Pamplona, a participant proclaims, "For 3 minutes I thought of nothing but my life. 2 bulls skidded within about 2 feet of me, and I thought, okay, this is it." Some common injuries are fractured skull, internal bleeding, and gored face. Now that we understand the horrific side of running of the bulls, let us talk about the possible ways to survive the dangers. Running of the bulls is proven to be one of the most dangerous sports in the world. Participants are being chased by wild bulls. Al Goodman states, "It is life and death. It is a risk and a challenge, and it is wonderful." Although it may be a very dangerous sport, people are still willing to do it because of the amazing experience. There are ambulances and medical teams lined up on the sides. In addition, participants who get injured are transported quickly to the hospital where they have surgeons known in operating on bull-goring wounds. Another participant from the documentary states, "It is a mind over matter game. Stay in there, hold the center of the street, which is the best place you can be because it is a funnel. If you are there, you can run freely. As soon as you get to the sides, that's when the elbows flying and people panicking start grabbing you." Now that we understand the different aspects about running of the bulls, let us move to see the opinions against the tradition and what they suggest should be done. A group of animal activists from PETA Europe started an event called Running of the Nudes. This year is the 6th year the Running of the Nudes has occurred. It takes place in Pamplona, Spain, a couple days before the Fermin Festival. The Running of the Nudes is a naked run through the streets of Pamplona by animal activists as a protest against perceived animal cruelty of the Pamplona Running of the Bulls. In conclusion, I have shared with you today everything you need to know about Running of the Bulls. Now you have a well-rounded understanding of this unique tradition, from its history, the Fermin Festival, the violence and injuries, survival skills, and Running of the Nudes. If you're up for the risk, then run along.